There's nobody else. Sorry.
That's the unfortunate thing, because I don't think his whole "I'm going to go in there and end everything" is the right way to create a new, better world.
Really?
Did you?
That actually surprises me that that's your position.
If I burned it all down, we'd all die in a horrible fire. Like, what's the value of that?
Well, you got to remove a tumor.
Come on. Saying we want to weed out corruption is not the same as destroy the system.
Yeah, but he's like, I'm going to go obliterate the deep state is the most vague, nonsensical statement.
What?
Like, what does he mean? He's going to issue pink slips and they're just going to say, okay, no.
Schedule F, as he already implemented in his first term, and then did not win re-election, so was not able to carry out. And then Biden, I think it was the Biden administration that reversed it, basically he was setting the policy for, we are going to fire people who have been permanently in government and who should not be here anymore. The idea that you can get hired by the federal government, be bad at your job, be corrupt, and not get fired is insane. So when he implements Schedule F, he then says, if I get reelected, we're going to bring back Schedule F and start firing these corrupt individuals. Why would your position be that's bad?
Because he's talking about people that just got hired 6 weeks ago. He's going to fire them too.
But
obliterate the
he's talking about.
He's going to
either them or they rule us forever.
Disband the NSA.
Yes,
like,
all of them.
That would be complete insanity. He'd disband the federal government. Like what?
Why is it insanity?
That's what they did to the Iraqis after the Gulf War, and it created.
They are
ISIS.
targeting us, Ian. They are targeting you. You are probably
hold
on the list somewhere.
Hold on. Going from there are permanent bureaucrats who should be fired to your statement, Ian, he's going to shut down the whole government. That's not what that. No,
obliterate the deep state is the same kind of tautology that got Kennedy killed. I believe tautology is the right word. I'm going to look up the definition of that. You can't. I mean, if you just say I'm going to fix everything, and they're all like, "Yeah."
Tautology is like love is love, right? It's when you just like
exactly obliterate the deep state.
When Donald Trump spends years. And other advisors and individuals in his circle spend years describing what is called as the permanent government. Individuals who work in the federal government, who have been there throughout multiple administrations, who set policy and need to be fired for wrongdoing. That's what he has explained over and over again. And then he says, we've got to fire these people. Colloquially, they're called the deep state. So I think you just didn't understand.
Are you talking about heads of agencies? Or are you talking about every employee of the deep state? Like, what do you mean?
There are people who have been, some are in charge. Some were even, he mistakenly hired some. You know, he made big mistakes in that regard. But we're not talking about going to the entirety of a single agency and literally just firing every single person and then leaving an empty room. He's saying there are people who need to be fired who can't be fired. But it's like, imagine if you bought a pizza restaurant and everybody in there was sitting around and nobody was working. And you're like, why am I paying you people? I'm like, union contract, you can't fire us. And so then some guy's like, okay, well, I'm going to buy this pizza place. And then I'm setting a new policy. I'm going to negotiate a new contract and say, I can fire if you don't do your job. So then the people who work there all team up, conspire, accuse you of crimes and have you arrested.
Ian, have you ever lived through a government shutdown? Yes, because you have, because you're... Yeah,
you mean like COVID and all that?
Okay, no, like a government shutdown at the end of the year when they don't meet the appropriations bills, right? And they only have essential people working, right, from the federal government. And you don't notice it. You don't feel it at all a day in your life. They could cut all of those people. If you are if you're a non-essential worker and you get laid off during a government shutdown, I'm sorry, goodbye.